Almost 180,000 people have been ordered to leave their homes around Los Angeles as 5 fires continue to burn, 2 of them completely uncontained.
Oh, and look at this.
Let's see what this is.
This whole neighborhood just leveled.
The thing that came to mind after that, he said, arson. He's like, there's nobody hiking at 535 on that finger trail. And there's a power line. There are power lines in Runyon Canyon, but they're to the north. And he said, that has to be delivered. And he said, well, I can tell you what happened. I saw this fire when it was very small on the top of the hill. And I said, how small? And he basically opened his arms up, maybe the size of a small Christmas tree. He said, about that big. And the first thing that came to mind after that, he said, arson. He's like, there's nobody hiking at 535 on that finger trail. And there's a power line. There are power lines in Runyon Canyon, but they're to the north. And he said, that has to be delivered.
Comes across, destroys many homes near where she bought, and her places and her acres remain absolutely they're trying to spread fear, making us believe that we have a climate emergency. Guys, this is nothing but them burying us in regulate.
It has now been 6 days. California is ablaze. It is the site of the deadliest wildfire in American history. California is one of the biggest and politically most influential states in the United States. Los Angeles is the epicenter of this crisis. LA is better known as the home of Hollywood. It is a county in California, and it is the worst hit by the wildfire. At least 24 people have died in LA. The fire has swallowed up to 12,000 buildings. Many more are still in its path. The scale of the disaster is enormous. Thousands of people have lost their homes. Take a look at this video. The fires have burnt more than 40,000 acres of land. Some 150,000 people have been forced to evacuate. Many celebrities like Paris Hilton and Mel Gibson have lost their homes. Evidently, the fire is not sparing the rich and famous. It is engulfing their expensive property, making it the costliest blaze in US history. The overall losses have surpassed $250 billion. For the victims, this may only be the beginning of their ordeal. Like I said, thousands of homes have been destroyed. That loss alone of homes could touch $20 billion. Obviously, homeowners are anxious. They're not sure if insurance would cover this disaster. It is a full-blown crisis, one that the world is watching closely. The US is the richest, arguably best-equipped country in the world, yet it is not being able to contain a wildfire. World leaders are offering help, and this list is quite interesting. Mexico and Canada, 2 countries with which incoming President Trump has picked a fight, are sending firefighting teams. Even Ukraine's president take weeks to do that, to bring the situation under control. Take a look at this video. It was shot from a plane supporting the firefighting efforts on the ground. Just look at the scale of the crisis. How did things get out of hand? Was it just the weather? Or has California been failed by its leaders? As the blaze continues, a push is attacking him, and I must add here that Trump has had a long-standing feud with Gavin Newsom. So he's not going to pass up the opportunity to attack Newsom. Trump is targeting his team. He says, and I'm quoting, "Incompetent officials are managing the crisis." In response, Newsom has invited Trump to visit California and see the ground situation for himself. Newsom is facing attacks from Elon Musk too, one of Trump's closest allies and the owner of social media platform X, which he has weaponized again. Musk has unleashed a flood of posts on the wildfire. One of them claimed that the Democrats have, and I'm quoting, the Democrats have decriminalized looting. We told you about this last week. Looters are taking advantage of the situation. They're ransacking abandoned homes. Newsom himself responded to Elon Musk's post. He said all looters will be arrested and prosecuted. More than 20 people have been arrested so far, but there's still lawlessness, and Musk has been relentless. He says bad governance and not climate change is to blame for this fire. Now, to be fair, it's a bit of both. Climate change is a real and escalating threat. It has made the crisis worse, but the Democrats are not without blame. Bad governance, especially at the local level, is very much an issue. There are reports of fire hydrants running dry and water.
Nobody wants to spend the money at the right time in the right place, and then by the time you look at it again, it's 5 times more expensive to do the thing.
To make matters worse, when the wildfires began, the mayor of LA was missing in action. Her name is Karen Bass. She was in Ghana with the presidential delegation. An investigation is now underway into the water shortages. The mayor says that she will look into the lapses. At this point, though, the first priority would be to bring the fire under control.
Los Angeles is in flames. Almost 180,000 people have been forced to flee their homes as 5 massive fires rage across the city, 2 of them completely uncontained. Entire neighborhoods are left in ashes, and the skies glow ominously as the Hollywood Hills burn. But the real question is this devastation just a natural disaster or something far more sinister? Amid the chaos, whispers of conspiracy have taken over social media. From alleged arson to deliberate destruction of evidence, theories are flying as fast as the flames. Some point to Hollywood's wealthiest elites, claiming these fires are part of a calculated cover-up to protect dark secrets. One name that keeps coming up is Oprah Winfrey. Her vast land holdings, untouched by the infernos, have only added fuel to the speculative fire. Could this really be coincidence? Or is there a deeper agenda at play? An eyewitness report takes the suspicion to a whole new level. A local pilot described seeing the blaze at its very beginning, just the size of a small Christmas tree, on an isolated hilltop. He swears there were no hikers or power lines in sight, leading him to believe it was deliberate. Another witness, a firefighter who wished to remain anonymous, claimed that the fire patterns were unnatural and unlike anything he'd seen in his 20-year career. Fires don't spread in a straight line like this, he said. It's almost like it was guided. As the speculation mounts, other high-profile names are being pulled into the fray. Tech mogul Elon Musk, known for his bold statements on climate change, has been accused of using advanced technology to manipulate weather patterns and intensify fires for personal gain. A leaked document allegedly tied to one of his companies hints at experiments involving directed energy technology, a claim that has set conspiracy theorists on fire. Musk, of course, has denied these allegations, calling them ridiculous in a series of tweets. But the timing has left many people suspicious. Hollywood stars aren't escaping the heat either. Actor Leonardo DiCaprio, a staunch advocate for environmental causes, has been criticized for his silence during the crisis.